Hey y'all, welcome to Racing Crafts. Today I'm doing a birthday card. It happens to be my dad's birthday this week. So I'm doing a card that involves something that he likes to do. He likes to go fishing. So that's what his card is going to be. So let's go ahead and get started. I've got two cut files here. They're both by I found them on a website. They're SVG cut files by Bird. I will post a link on my blog to this blog where you can find them. She's got a lot of cute ones and they're free. So, free is good. And that the boat and our fisherman here are both from Bird. What I did was, this boat actually has a cab as part of it. I didn't cut, it comes where you can just cut the backing and the planks, and that's all I cut. And then I used my Spectrum Noir markers. I used EB5 to color the base of it, and then I ran all of it. I put it together, colored it, and then I ran it through the Paper Studios wood grain, A2 size wood grain embossing folder, and then I took EB8 and went along the embossed area to make it look like it's a wooden boat. And then I just cut the fisherman. You can put together to have skin, arms, pants, shirt, but I just did the silhouette of it. And then I have a computer generated sentiment here. I just did it on my word processor. I think it's Microsoft Word. I just put the banner in there, typed in "Fishing you a happy birthday," and I printed it. It's one of the ones I showed you guys for prepping in my Quick Card Tuesday series. I've got a white piece of 4.5 by 7 cardstock here. And then I just used Tumbled Glass and Faded Jeans by Tim Holtz to color that. And for a list of the rest of the supplies, click the information bar below for a link to my blog. So let's get started. What I want to do is I want to start by kind of putting our boat on here. And what I'm going to do is, all I did here, another thing I did, was I just connected some white sewing thread. I glued it and put a piece of white scrap behind it and cut it out. I would suggest using black so it blends a little better. But that's all I did to get the fishing line on there. So, I need to adjust where I'm putting this based off of my fisherman here. Okay, and it looks like I need to pull this down just a little bit. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use some Tombow Mono Multi-Glue to adhere my fisherman here. And I'm just going to put some little dots. It's easier to do these dots when you've got a half-emptied bottle. When it's new, it all wants to come flying out. Okay. So, I'm just going to line this up here. And push him down. Alright, and then I'm going to put the boat on some foam tape. I'm going to pop it up so it's got some dimension. Come on. Alright, there we go. And I'm just gonna center that there. And I'm gonna just leave the fishing line kind of loose. I'm gonna cut it down to about here because I'm gonna use some of the fish from the Close to My Heart Relax stamp set, and I've got 2 of them here, and I'm going to stamp one that way and one I'm going to try and do a reverse here, see if I can get it. No, I can't. I should have done that before I put the boat on. Okay, so I'm just gonna do 2 in black down here, and then I'm going to grab a piece of scrap paper and, whoops, my fishy went flying. And I'm going to stamp the big one in some, where did it go? Right there. This is Danube Blue Memento ink. And I'm just going to fussy cut this out quickly. And I forgot. Otherwise I would have done that before I started. So I'm just gonna just cut him out. I was thinking about doing another die cut because I know I've got at least one Miss Kate cuttable cut for a fish, but then I was like, no, I didn't want to overcrowd the card too much, and I wasn't sure how these guys were all gonna fit. Okay, so I'm gonna cut a thin piece of foam tape and adhere my fish on the back, or sorry, I'm going to put my fish over the fishing line, and I've got to cut some foam tape off here, hold on. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use my fish here to attach the fishing line like that, like he caught the fish here. And I'm going to just adhere, I'll just use my Tombow, my banner sentiment here on the front. And that's not going to be anything fancy, it's just going to go right up there. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and pop that up with some more foam tape on the front of my card here. I'm just going to throw some foam tape around. This, like I said, is not going to go through the mail. It's for my dad. So I don't have to worry about postage costs or anything like that. Okay, so let's get this last piece off here. And we'll go ahead and center the front of our card here, like that. All right, and now I'm gonna grab the inside piece of my card here, and I'm gonna grab my Stamp-A-Majig, and I'm gonna grab just a tiny bit of some temporary snail adhesive here. All right, I've got my sentiment, which is going to be funny here. And I think I'm going to go ahead and stamp that in some Bahama blue. My sentiment is from Close to My Heart. I'm sorry, not Close to My Heart. Paper Tray ink. It is the Birthdays In and Out, Volume 4. Alright, here we go. And we'll go ahead and re-ink my stamp here. And I'm using, like I said, Bahama blue from Memento. There we go. I still didn't get it straight. Wow. I've got a talent for not lining things up, I tell ya. Alright, and then I've got a happy birthday from the same, Close to My... I don't know why I keep saying Close to My Heart. From the same Paper Tray ink set. And I'm going to ink that up in Danube blue. Okay, so I'm just going to line this up where I want it. I didn't stamp that one very straight either. Oops. And I'll grab my ink and just re-ink my happy birthday sentiment. Give that a stamp. And I'm going to stamp my fish again. Let me grab the other guy.
Oh, goddamn, you've got a championship car. Come here.
And I'm going to go ahead and ink up the small one again. And stamp that on the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and fill that up. And for the inside, I'm just going to use some blue cardstock. And I'm going to grab my ATG gun here. And we'll go ahead and line that up. I didn't get that lined up very well. Man, I'm glad this is going to my dad and not somebody else. Not that I give my dad junk, but I don't have to be so worried about it being perfect as I would if I were, you know, sending it to somebody else or selling it. Alright, there we go, and that's our card for today. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you guys next time.